How you going? I thought I'd just sneak in another story called Scarlet, Starlet. And I really like this story. And when I read it, I'll tell you why at the end, why I really like it. I'll read the back of it for you first so you know what it's about a bit. Starlet loved to dance, and her house was always filled with rhythm. Her parents would clap along, and little Jazzy Jojo's paws would tap 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 in time. But when Starlet's dreams of dancing on a real stage finally come true, will she find her own rhythm? Will she shine like a star? From the best-selling author Rudy Nudie comes the gorgeous picture book of every child who dreams of the stage. And I know a lot of you have been dancing performances and karate exams and all sorts of amazing things that you guys have been doing, dancing and singing and music. And so this little story I thought was a little inspiring to keep you guys going. So let's have a read. Scarlet, Starlet. Scarlet shone like a star. Her mummy and daddy said so. The moment she hopped out of bed, Starlet was dancing. She danced, she kicked high to the kitchen. She flew to the fridge, twirled to the table. She danced into her clothes and out of them, under the covers and all over the place. Anywhere, everywhere, Scarlet danced. Whoa. Scarlet had rhythm. She had little Jazzy Jojo. Jazzy Jojo's paws went tippity-tap on the tiles. Clip, clip, tippity-tap, tap, tap. And that was all the rhythm they needed. They danced, Scarlet and little Jojo, on 6 legs, on 4 legs, on 2. Tip, tap, tap, clip, clip, tippity tap. Daddy tapped his foot on the floor. In time he couldn't help it, and Mummy couldn't help smiling. Scarlet's house was filled with rhythm, and her Mummy and Daddy clapped and clapped. Scarlet was their star, but a star needs a stage, and Scarlet did wonder what would it be like to dance on a stage, a real one, with an audience to watch and clap, not just Mummy and Daddy. A stage, said Scarlet. A stage, said Daddy. A real one, said Mummy. So Daddy and Mummy helped Scarlet to find a real stage. A dancing costume, a dancing shoes, fit for a star. Then Scarlet waited for her time to shine. And finally it came. Come on, Jazzy, said Scarlet. Time to go. Oh, Jazzy Jojo can't come, darling, said Mummy. Dogs aren't allowed, I'm sorry. I can't dance without my Jojo, said Scarlet. But she had to. Dogs really weren't allowed up on the stage. At the theatre, the air was starry with glitter. On the stage, everything has to be bigger, said Daddy. Brighter, said Mummy. Dancers stretched and twirled, so Scarlet stretched and twirled too, waiting for her turn. And finally it came. Scarlet stepped onto the stage. The stage! It was bright. Scarlet squinted her eyes. She knew her Mummy and Daddy were out there. It was time to dance. Scarlet tapped one new dancing shoe on the stage. Click! Then the music started. Scarlett listened. There were no little paws going tippity-tap, but there was a rhythm, and Scarlett felt it. Out there in the audience was Daddy tapping his foot on the floor in time. He couldn't help it. Scarlett began to dance, and what do you think happened? Up there on the stage, did Scarlett shine? What do you think? Did she shine? Scarlett shone. Oh yes, shone she did. She shone so hard she could burst. And the audience watched right to the end. Then they clapped, and the sound of their claps joined together and made applause. The applause rumbled in Scarlett's ears. Scarlett knew her mummy and daddy would be clapping as hard as they could, and mummy would be smiling. She couldn't help it. The other dancers shone too. They glittered and sparkled and shone. Their daddies' faces lit up, and their mummies glowed with pride, just like Scarlett's mummy and daddy. There was a ribbon for every dancer, and Scarlett's was yellow. Yellow like the sun, said Daddy. There's her ribbon. Scarlett held the ribbon in her hand all the way home. Little Jazzy Jojo Paws was pleased to see Scarlett, very pleased. Tippity tap 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 tap. 6 legs, 2 legs, oops, none. Scarlett shook off her dancing shoes, and Jojo took off her toes, or took to her toes. Jazzy Jojo's little paws went tippity-tap on the tiles, click, click, tippity-tap, tap, tap, and that was just the rhythm Scarlett needed. Mummy's eyes shone and Daddy's eyes twinkled, and Scarlett knew she was a star. Even before Mummy and Daddy said so. Isn't that lovely? So what Scarlett knew in her heart for herself, something she knew about herself and that she wanted for herself, was to dance on a stage and to be a star. And she didn't let anything stop her. She just kept going and kept going and kept trying and practicing until she got her dream, until Mum and Dad helped to make it real. And that was super exciting for Scarlett. It's really nice when you keep pushing forward and follow your dreams and follow your goals and make plans to get there. It's a lifelong thing to learn to do, because you can do that in lots of different things. You can do it for running. You keep running faster and faster and faster, or longer and longer and longer until you finally get there. Or maybe you're trying to fix something. It didn't fix the first time, so you just keep trying to fix it and fix it and fix it, and then you fix it. You work it out, you try. Or maybe you're making a cake and it keeps getting too skinny and flat. So you try again, make another cake, and the next thing you know, it's working and it's the most beautiful cake. So there's so many different things you can do. You're writing stories, drawing pictures. Just keep going, keep trying, and the next day, you'll find that you just keep getting better and better and better. So don't give up on yourself. That's what Scarlett didn't do. She didn't give up on herself. She just kept going and kept going. So there you go. That's a lovely little story. So keep going, striving hard, set some goals, and go for them. Go for the stars. Catch me if you can.